Bubba's instead. I hope it don't find those stains I left on his sheet. I get drunk most every day. Always seem to find myself late.
He's middle management of men, Wesley Fox. A tamer of building codes and fires, Alan Yanis. And he delivers for America, Andrew Murr. Together, they are the Middle Classholes. So I know we're in the era of political change. There's all sorts of craziness in the world and the winds. New York City's seeing a lot of craziness right now. But I saw some clip online the other day, and it was like, I don't know if she was a hooker, if she was just some loose lady. And dude was like, all right, well, you got to go. And she's like, okay, well, just to let you know, I felt a lump on one of your balls. You might want to get that checked out. And then I had a Eureka moment. They're trying to legalize sex work in New York City. And we like parameters, right? What if, in order to get your sex worker's license in New York City, you have to take basic nursing school skills to be able to diagnose testicular cancer, prostate issues, anything and everything where people may not touch regularly. You have to log it, catalog it, tell them, hey, I felt something weird. You got to go to the doctor. And if they don't, they get exposed. So nurses as sex workers or vice versa.
So you're warned by a sex worker, and if you don't get it checked out, you're exposed by the world that a sex worker told you about said ailment, and you did nothing about it.
Yes, like a teacher. Like if a teacher knows something happens to a kid at like school, like they got like, you got to self-report. If you don't report, you're going to jail. You know what I mean? Like if you know something, if you're aware of something that's detrimental to the other person's health and you don't report it, you lose your license. You go to jail.
Wait, so pause. Let's go start. Pause.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
The way
Please,
the way Wes said it was that like if the person doesn't go get treatment, then they get exposed for visiting a sex worker. What you're saying, Murr, I think, is that like if the sex worker doesn't address the fucking lump they found on a testicle, let's say, then they lose their sex worker license. Is that what you were saying?
I think Wes stumbled onto a wrinkle I didn't think of yet. And I think both should be true.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I understood what the fuck was going on.
I think that the sex worker has to tell the client, like, hey, when I had that giant rubber dildo in your ass, when I pulled it out, I noticed with my two fingers that there was something going on with the prostate in there. I'm going to need you to go get that checked out. And if you don't, I'm going to lose my license. And so my only like retort to that is you have to self-report or I have to report you. And if I report you, your name gets released.
I like the premise. I think the punishment parts are illegal against like HIPAA. Medical law, HIPAA laws. Like, but I do like where you're going with this. Like, that's not bad. Why not? Like, I was like, I think it's partially in jest, but also like, why not, man? Community, people helping people, man. Like,
pawns in the chess game of men's health.
Yeah. Like, fuck it. I'm cool with that. Obviously we got to work out the details about like exposing someone to a sex work and like all that shit. But like, like I think they become, let's call them fucking, I don't know, nursing assistants or, certified nursing assistant. And they're like, listen, I ain't really nobody. I'm just a person that sucks your dick. And every now and then was like, ooh, that ball, there's something there, buddy. You might want to get that checked out. I'm going to log it over here in my standing rolling cart with a laptop on it because this is now a medical facility. And then, you just go get that checked out or don't. I don't know. Not my problem. Honestly, I've already done my job.
Notice that when my tongue flickered on his scrotum, he was hypersensitive and felt a slight abnormal lump. Gotcha. Okay. And they didn't. They don't have to get any more detailed than that. They're just frontline. It's rudimentary, medical information, right? They don't have to get into the terminology, the verbiage. Okay,
they just have
basic, to like not to cut you off, but like when you go to the doctor and like that fucking peon comes in and they're like, hey, so we'll get your fucking heart rate, your blood pressure, your all that shit. It's kind of the same thing, but just for fucking naughty bits. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, listen, buddy, you got a mean hemorrhoid back there. We're gonna have to curb this pegging session to this time. But you know what?
I like the pain.
Tell you what, give you a hand job, give you an old fashioned. How's that sound?
A number one.
yeah.
God, I almost feel like you would have one, you'd have better medical care, and two, you'd probably increase why go to the what do you call those places? The urgent care. Why go to urgent care when Latiatana can come over and urgently care for you? And maybe hey, I was wondering if I could get a few of these things done. And while you're at it, would you mind sticking 2 fingers up there and seeing what's going on? Because my pee's coming out a little slow, and I'm just wondering if there's something going on.
I wish I had an elastic glove sound effect right now. God, that'd be so.
We've been calling for a soundboard for years now. Nobody listens to me.
Had to add that in after the fact. Yeah. Again, there's some hurdles around HIPAA. I don't know. Do you go? I mean, I guess you go state to state from what constitutes as a baseline knowledge depth of medical care, what these women are looking for, and then how do you govern whether or not they're doing it?
I mean, I think of any urologist worth their salt could put together an 8-week course at the community college on some telltale signs, you know what I mean? Abnormal testes, enlarged prostate, fucking things of that nature.
Right.
Yeah. Skin, just a week of dermatology, that's not normal down there. Right. Don't look at that. You know what I mean? And that's it. You're good. You get a little certificate. You got to come back year after year. Just maybe continuing education credits, professional development, PDUs.
Yeah, gotta keep it going. That's just, any questions?
Keep the knowledge fresh.
Any questions? Yes, Cinnamon. I noticed with man get cum on my cheek, and then it smells a little funky. Do I let him know about that?
No, that's just a bad diet, unhealthy, but great question. But discoloration might be a sign of something more significant. You don't have to go into any explanation or details. Just simply refer them and give them a referral sheet on your application on your telephone.
Boom. See, you've already handled a real world scenario from Cinnamon with an S.
Oh, the S is funnier than the name. Holy shit. Yeah, no, listen, I maybe I overstepped a little bit here. You're right. It doesn't need to be that detailed, but just some basic info, some basic knowledge, a basic way of recognizing something is askew. I just wanted to factor in some real world consequences for one or both parties not reporting, because then if you don't hold the hooker to the fire, then she's just not really going to do it. She's just going to go to her community college class.
No. Yeah, that makes sense.
Get her certificate, get paid, not care about the Johns. And then on the Johns end, you need to go get this checked out. And you need to have a possible real world consequence for not following through. Because you're the one that used the hooker. I'm sorry. Your rights, or your HIPAA rights are kind of out the window once you've hired a sex worker.
But see, then we're if sex work's legal and all this shit, and then we're certifying them and shit, now we've basically just turned them into medical workers, low grade. They're essentially like the Filipina fucking nursing assistant, you know what I mean? The senior living kind of fucking nurse. But
they are bordering on a in-house procedure.
Yeah,
maybe
so
this is the nudge.
I'm just saying. I think once we convert them to legal, and then we start training them and certifying them, they stop being. It's not the stigma of you hired a hooker. It's you hired a lady to drain your balls who also happens to be certified in checking out your balls and making sure that they're healthy. You know what I mean? I think at that point we have to stop being this fucking hooker. You know what I mean? She's a professional sex worker / medical worker.
Well, your insurance is not covering this one, so.
That's I don't know, man. Hey, listen, if United Healthcare can get in on it, a guy got shot in the back for a reason.
There's a copay to be paid. I'll tell you that. I'm just playing out scenarios in my mind where it's like, after they're all done, putting the pants on, putting the dress back on, like, hey babe, listen, there's something little off kilt down there, and I think you need to get it checked out. And she explains why, whatever it is, and he's like, all right, tell you what, I'll do that if you answer one question of mine, honest as you can. All right, what is it? Did you come? Sure. Sure did. You're a stallion. Wow. Middle classholes, everyone. Murr, Alan, and Foxman. Alan back in the saddle. Happy to have you back.
Yeah.
Spirit Airlines yesterday shut their doors through the tarmacs out. Are you guys saddened by this recent news, or is it just the writing on the wall years ago?
They did offer a cheap flight, and that's I think we need
for people.
Yeah, we do need more of that, like more airlines for folks like me who just don't want to pay like what Amtrak's charging and just want to do. I don't know, man. Can we do like puddle jumper flights in America that are just easier?
Europe does them.
Yeah,
I mean that's easy though. There's no real puddle. It's a pretty big puddle.
But like, okay, think of like a flight to Tallahassee or Charlotte. Or New York, whatever. Or something like that.
If you got to go to Tallahassee for any good reason.
Jacksonville.
Same.
Myrtle Beach.
No, I get what you're saying. No, I don't know. I mean, I think I guess it sucks from a competitive standpoint because, like, I feel like we're just getting more and more monopolies, less competition. So, like, that kind of sucks, I guess, in that aspect. But honestly, like, I don't know if I told you guys, but like we were going somewhere, and we were in Delta. We were over here. Had like fruits, crudité.
Hey, are you worried they're gonna hear you? What are you doing here?
No, like
awfully soft and whispering.
And did I? I didn't even.
We were over here.
Like we were over here, and like, well, it was like, I guess because it was like peaceful and fucking civilized, and then Spirit was over here, and it was fucking chaos.
Yeah,
like there was girls with their suitcases open, like ripping fucking high heels out because they're overweight and they're trying to fucking not pay more than like $75 to fly to Tallahassee for some fucking reason. Like, so, I mean, listen, it worked for people. I wasn't getting on the motherfucker, but yeah, it sucks. I guess they're going to use them for something now. Isn't Trump be buying them for the government? I saw or some shit.
You're not trashing those planes. That's a lot of money worth of plane parts.
Yeah, no, I know.
Well, and I guess that's
things, but
I guess that's the thing is like really all you're in for if you're like, Delta or Southwest or whatever, you're just in for a paint job. Like they sell them at cost. I mean, the government's got to you're going to get your bankruptcy money back. And then just planes go back in the air. I don't know. The problem like with the puddle jumper situation thing is it's like somebody like a Spirit Airline, you have to fill the whole plane. I mean, especially with the price of like jet fuel. I mean, you have to fill the whole plane, or it's not a working.
That's why they went
model.
Bankrupt.
Exactly.
You're not
like,
puttering on fumes. Yeah,
they weren't doing great, but when fucking jet fuel went up, they were like, "Yeah, we can't. We sell these for nothing, man." Like,
yeah. That's that. I read about that, and I did kind of wonder if that just expedited what was already inevitable. I don't know. I know they were waiting for a buyout, and it was 450 billion or million. Maybe it was. I don't remember what it was. I flew it once. I took a one-way out there to Vegas and flew back on a different airline just because of timing when I wanted to leave, things of that nature. And I didn't know what Spirit Airline was. I was like, oh shit, man, fucking $160 to Vegas. Yeah, all right. And then I was like, oh shit, probably somewhere around the Louisville, Kentucky area, airborne. I was like, wow. Man, this shit's wild.
Like what was the difference? Just like the clientele or the plane or what?
All of it.
It's a little bit of everything. I mean, those seats have seen a lot of asses, probably 30 to 40 years worth of fucking people plopping down on them. As soon as that free to roam around the cabin fucking bing goes off, about 60 people get up and whoo, stretching out for the rest of the flight till we had to land this motherfucker. Yeah, there was applause when a round of applause when they landed.
Oh God,
I'm not saying I
that's
had
the
a bad
worst.
time. I know. I'm not saying I had a bad time, but it was enough for me to realize, like, all right, only unless I fucking absolutely have to.
Well, and I remember this from years ago when the Island Inn in Perryville became the grist mill, and they upped the price of domestic beers by like $2 a bottle. And I remember us asking, because we knew the owner, we were like, hey, why'd you bump the price? Like, the riffraff ain't paying $4 a bottle. I'll give them to you for $3. Just keep ordering. And we're like, oh, that makes sense. So as Spirit Airline, you don't want the hooligans in the air. You gotta raise the price, and that's how you get your Deltas and your Southwests. And with Spirit, that's how you are free to move about the cabin.
Yeah, freedom to dance around the cabin, if you will. Yeah, I mean, and not to say, I think let me redact a statement I said I would never do it again. Like, we were flying back from Myrtle Beach, which is an hour and 40 minutes. And I was like, if the money's right, I'll do it. But never to Vegas. Nothing over 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah, I guess I could do anything for like under 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like a Myrtle Beach or some shit like that. But like, I mean, then again, why am I going to Myrtle Beach? Quite frankly, fuck it.
Golf. That's why we went.
Yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable. When I first got to Myrtle Beach the first time, I was just like, oh, I could have just went to Ocean City for this shit. What the fuck I come down here for?
I know. I gotta say this about Myrtle Beach too. The sand sucks. Like, as far as like
everything's.
It's like it's all wet sand. It's all matted down wet sand. It's like I always thought Ocean City was like the Spirit Airlines of beaches, and then I went to Myrtle Beach and I was like, wow, yeah, these are nicer, richer people, but yeah, this beach sucks.
I don't even know that they're necessarily richer people. Moderately so.
Yeah, but jumping in the ocean in October was fun. You know, we were down there in October. Yeah, I mean, it was all season, and it'd be a nice, enjoyable, refreshing dip in the ocean after 36 holes of golf. Spread my butt cheeks, took a shower in there, kind of.
I mean, that's reasonable.
Is it?
Yeah,
I guess so.
That was weird.
I mean, just, flexing your butt cheeks open in the ocean. Nothing strange about that.
I mean, you do it in a shower, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's just the imagery of Wes, like, well, gotta rinse off a little bit, and like how much ass sweat did you have that you had to go fucking shake them loose a little bit? I get it. You're right. It's not as weird.
36 holes. Yeah.
Came back in, slammed a natty light. Felt good. Felt refreshed.
Got to air out that 37th hole. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I have a question about airlines though. Like, okay, so do they get these giant ass planes because it's more cost effective, or I don't know, aren't smaller planes cheaper now? Could you do like a 20-seat plane and just fly more of them more often and make up the difference there? Because I feel like the reason a lot of these airlines like Spirit are failing is because they can't fill the planes with enough people to make it cost effective. So if you filled a smaller I'd pay a few dollars more to not have a bunch of hooligans, and I got there faster, and like some hotshot pilots like, all right, I'm going to take this whatever QVC 1239er up and we'll get you there in 2.5 hours. Here we go.
Yeah, the only answer I have to this is because I did a paper on Southwest Airlines in college and like a business writing course, and their business model was based upon fewer types of planes. That way it was easier to maintain. So the mechanics had a working knowledge of just like a handful, where if you're adding, X amount of models to the fleet, then these mechanics had to be much more well-rounded. I don't know if the same applies for pilots. I assume if you can fly a 747, you can probably fly a I don't even know the model of a fucking of a 60-person plane, but you get the point. A Boeing 727 or whatever's lower than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe we should get in the airline biz.
Well, I was just thinking, like, for at least the East Coast, if you had a hub.
We watch Soul Plane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why the three of us couldn't build a plane empire. Like, make our own model plane that holds 20 people, and then completely revamp the airline industry.
It could be the billions of dollars of seed money we need to get started, but yeah, no, after that.
I'm sure Delta and United would love to help us.
Yes.
Yeah, and we bring back smoking.
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree with that.
Crack a window, boys. But I'm thinking, like, if you had a hub, like, in the DC metro area, you could go, like, up and down the East Coast and just puddle jump. Ba-boop, ba-boop. New York and back. Florida and back.
So we'll start a airline, okay?
Yes.
And we'll pitch it to the higher ups. We'll say, hey, look, you guys got a fleet. You got a goddamn endless supply. Not endless, but you have a bunch of planes. We want to take them over. We have a business plan, and then we'll pitch it to Murr, and Murr will take it home.
Yeah, but I just want smaller planes. Dude, have some funsies, Some guys going up doing some barrel rolls every now and again. Why the fuck not? I just feel like I'd pay. I don't know. I don't know what it would take to make it profitable. I guess it'd have to. If it's lucrative because people want to do it, and I don't want to get on a plane. I don't want to go down to BWI and fucking deal with TSA lines and all that shit. I want, like, Captain Ron to frisk me right before I get on his aircraft and be like, "You holding? If you're holding, I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying? Let's go."
This is Minka. She's a former sex worker. She knows how to frisk.
Well, think about, like, Alaska. All the little puddle jumpers they have up there because you can't drive anywhere. I mean, that's just some guy who moved, like, from Nashville because he lost his fucking job in real estate and decided to become a trapper out in the middle of nowhere. And you go up there and it's like, I need a plane. I need to get up to the Anchorage. Like, I'm bored, Billy boy. And that's it. Why can't we do that here?
That is how it happens. I mean, I guess we could. It's not that out of the question.
I think that the business part for the captains have to rub their nipples like you did. Like, all right, hop aboard. Get on.
I got beaver teeth in both of my pinchers right here. Let's do it.
That's right. He doesn't say prepare for takeoff. He says yeehaw.
That's right. What else do you need to say? You ain't in charge. Let's fucking go. Punch it.
All right. R.I.P. Spirit Airlines. We got another R.I.P. down the road here on the Middle Classholes podcast this week in early May. Folks, I'm going to bring you another BuzzFeed list. Adults are confessing the basic facts that just recently discovered. Basically, you stumble across something later on in life, and it's an aha moment, and you feel just dumb about it. Now, I feel as though this happens to a lot of people, almost everybody, but a lot of mine have to do with song lyrics. Because it's just like, wait a minute, that's what they were saying? Oh, weird. But I'm gonna read 10 of the, I think 35 or 36. We're not gonna do all of them. So to start off with the first one here, just to set the table, okay? The little piggy who went to the market wasn't going grocery shopping.
Oh yeah, no, I was. Well, okay, at what age is it appropriate to finally figure that out, though?
About the time you watch Charlotte's Web, I think.
Oh.
What age is that? Yeah,
that's fair. But see, here's where I don't blame somebody for not understanding that the piggies go into market to be bought and purchased as delicious deli slices. Because by the time you're old enough to realize how dark that is, you've stopped hearing the nursery rhyme, and you don't start saying it again until you're at least in your 20s or 30s when you have kids. Like, oh, so I can see somebody being like, oh, shit, like saying that to their 2-year-old.
That logic holds. That makes sense.
Right.
I like that.
I don't know, unless like you got a slab of bacon for breakfast, or you're eating yourself a ham sandwich, and you start thinking, this little piggy went to the market. What? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, but
sit down.
That's a wild. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I don't know what grown person that would do that without children. That's crazy talk.
I can't even remember the whole thing. I can't even remember the whole thing.
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy went somewhere else, and another piggy went home. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're skipping a lot of piggies. There is my point.
There's a couple missing ones.
Here we are, 3 grown ass men, and we don't know the little piggy nursery.
And I have a child.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember doing it to him when he was a baby, but again, I haven't done it in like over a decade now, so I can't remember. This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy became roast beef. This little.
That's not how that works.
I know. I just remember the last one's like, and this one went wee all the way home. And I'm wondering, did that little fucker escape? Is that the deal with him?
Yeah, or they just deemed it, not suitable for butchering.
I don't know. I don't think they've ever deemed any pig not suitable. This guy sucks. Fucking, let's just grind the whole thing up. We're good.
It was went to market, stayed home, had roast beef. So that seems odd. Why is the pig eating beef? Had the next one had none, so no roast beef, and then it's the wee all the way home.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess the only one that got fucked in that whole situation is the first one. He went to the market.
I mean, he's the one that went to the market.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bad
I guess
choice.
the argument can be made that if one had no roast beef, then they had a bad day. But
I guess, but like to be like that just means they're cannibalizing their fellow brethren, like
livestock.
Yeah.
Sadistic little fucks. I used to think that when girls got their period, it all came gushing out at once. I was 17 or 18 when my girlfriend at the time was laughing her ass off, explaining to me how female anatomy actually works. Sex ed was a fucking joke.
Well, they certainly make it seem like that's the case sometimes.
Right. Just at a drop of a dime. Fucking eruption. Right.
Niagara Falls just falling out of their vaginas. I don't even know how much is let at once.
It varies. I can look up the average.
Oh yeah, no, I want to hear weights and measures on this. Like, I'm gonna say in a day, because how many tampons I use in a day? I think was it like 4 maybe. This bunch of dudes. This reminds me of that NASA thing we had. Remember that? When they were trying to send Sally Ride to space, they're like, how many tampons? I don't know, 100?
Like fucking 1,000? And they were like, dude, she's not even going to orbit, man. She's fine. Like,
she'll be back in like 12
2 days.
Yeah. NASA is built on redundancy, okay?
Average American woman loses 30 to 60 milliliters. That's 2 to 4 tablespoons in American of blood during a single period. A normal range extends up to 80 milliliters. Yeah. This is usually lost over 3 to 7 days.
That's nothing. What are they complaining about? God. Suck it up, ladies.
Go ahead, cut that one up. Put that up there immediately. That should be the fucking tagline to this one.
Alienating potential listeners quickly. We have been thrown to the stakes on a few of our ignorant comments when it comes to like women and their anatomy, and this might be a Mount Rushmore of.
I just feel like I've lost more blood with a paper cut. That's all I'm saying.
Tablespoons are the big spoons, bro.
I know, but over 7 days.
Yeah, 3 to 7 days. Not always 7 days.
Come on.
But yeah, no.
For the golfers out there, I was shocked to learn that they move the holes around in golf. I always thought they stayed in the same place. Like even like your average golfers have to know. They're not average, just average people who don't golf.
Well, I mean, growing up, like we only went to the Aberdeen Proving Ground municipal course, so I don't think they changed those holes in 35 years.
What is that place called? Is it called that? What's
Ruggles.
That called? Oh, yeah, I have been there. That place fucking sucks.
Yeah. You think old Jimmy John was out there with the fucking, like beat stick fucking, like, moving holes around? I don't think so. I just know, honestly, I think I knew that they moved them, but I don't think I realized how often until, like, social media came around and they, all the groundskeepers started posting, like, how they do the holes, which is fascinating any which way. and removing it, putting the plug in, putting the little cup thing down, spray painting around the edge. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, no, I didn't know how often they moved them. I knew they moved, but not that often.
Which is, it's not even Jackass. It's the Jackass production company. Johnny Knoxville acting as the old guy. One of the greatest bits of all time. Old guys tee off on a par 3, and then he changes the hole. He goes out to change it as they're on the green, and they're yelling at him. And fuck it. It was on the bit. A older black guy is yelling at him in Knoxville, who's playing. I think he goes by Vern or Ernie or something like that. He goes, "Hey, Sammy Davis, that's enough out of you."
Oh, Johnny Knoxville.
That's right. I thought that no drinking and driving meant no drinking anything. I wondered why cars even had cup holders. It was after I had my license and I was driving that I realized that they only meant drinking alcohol. No coffee, no water, soda, nothing. When you go to a drive-thru, you got to wait till you get home.
I probably was obnoxiously old for understanding what that meant, because my parents don't drink anyway. They don't drink alcohol. So and I think my dad probably perpetuated it, like, ooh, look at me drinking and driving, Dad, with his Diet Coke. So yeah, I don't think I realized what they meant until I was probably, I'm gonna say between 10 and 12. That's probably when it dawned on me.
That piece of information feels like it explains a lot.
That's fair. I won't argue with you.
Which one? That Murr's parents don't drink?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I won't disagree with you, though.
Yeah, hey, as long as you agree.
Yeah, there's something there. There's something there. Yeah, there's something there.
There's definitely there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go to a shrink. Like, wait a minute, your parents didn't drink? Oh,
yeah, right.
I have to clear my books on this one.
Got it.
We're gonna have Andrew for a month here.
Not even a little.
Yeah. This one is in the Mount Rushmore of stupidity. Pun intended. I thought Mount Rushmore faces occurred naturally by coincidence. I can't believe I just admitted that. Come on.
Holy
Come on.
That's the kind of shit you just gotta walk away from. Like, you'd be like, I can't talk to you for a while.
If you're dating that person, and they say that, hold on. I'm going to have to reconsider our relationship.
Yeah, we can't have children. You know that, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Like, what? There was an earthquake that just magically created like 4 of the greatest United States presidents of all time. Is that?
Yeah. So let's see. The youngest one on there is Teddy, who was the president till 1903. Then he ran again later. So sometime before the Roaring '20s, an earthquake happened, and voila, there you go.
And bam.
That's right. In the area of the country where earthquakes don't happen, and who knows? Earthquake. We're making up the earthquake.
Yeah, I know.
Wind.
Right. Yes, water erosion. Hey, Bill, does that kind of look like I don't know, Washington and Lincoln and Jefferson, and I think that looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
Man, they got the glasses.
It's just the sacred native fucking mountain just one day earthquaked into a bunch of fucking white dudes.
White dudes, that's right.
Aren't they working on another one? Is like Tonto or Chief?
Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse, I think.
It's the descendants, like the grandchildren, probably great grandchildren now, of the guy who has an unpronounceable fucking long German name. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fucking legit if it ever gets finished.
Yeah, they've been working on that since because I visited when I was 13, and they were earthquaking away.
Yeah, I think they've got the head done, and they've kind of got like part of the finger point, but they're not just doing like Crazy Horse. They're doing the fucking full horse too, which is
right.
Insane.
Bucking too. I thought it's like up on its hind legs.
Yeah, so I mean, it's at least from the spec ups or whatever, like the, what do you call that thing?
Renderings.
The renderings that it looks like it's going to be amazing if it ever gets done.
How do you think they go like mountain shopping for something like that? You know what I mean? Because like You know, like, you need a big ass fucking piece of rock to get this done. Like, you just go around the national parks and shit, just be like, yeah, look at that. That's good. It's good makeup.
Well, dude, when he did Rushmore, he looked at it and he was like, yeah, I could. He visualized it, and then he also knew that the rock was just sturdy enough and just crumbly enough that he could. But when he got up there, he realized, because he wanted to do full bodies too. Because if you notice, like Washington, there's partial chest there, and then he was like, nah, we can't do it. Let's just get the heads done.
Yeah, this is a good. So the first and only time I've been there, I was 13. And we took a helicopter ride. Me, brother Dewey Love, and my two cousins around. And my mom and her sister, my cousin's mom, sent us up there. And we were having a great time. And it was so it's so weird. If you've never been in a helicopter before, you really can't hear anything other than, you know, if you're hooked up to headsets and a mic, which we were. It's basically like just it's the propellers are spinning at such a rate. And we get down, and I remember talking to my cousins. God, that was incredible, Dewey. What'd you think? And Dewey's like, I thought we were going to wreck the entire time. Oh God, I just thought we were going to die. I couldn't help myself. This one hits home as a fan of hip hop music, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s. When I was a kid, I thought Feat, F-E-A-T, was a rapper or a musician who was on a lot of music, like as in Fat Joe featuring Ashanti. It wasn't until I was around 15 that I realized it was short for featuring. So Feat, just on a lot of tracks. Just
not even like so many context clues. Not even like there would be like a comma there. It'd be like Fat Joe, comma, Feat, comma, Ashanti. This fucking like.
Or what does Feat say in What's Love?
Yeah, what verse? Yeah, what part is Feat's part in all of these songs, please? Like,
I think you guys just might have invented a rapper. By the way, I'm gonna call myself Feat, short for feature. It'd be on everything. Feat.
Yeah. But at 15, especially if you're listening to, like, I'm trying to put myself in this person's shoes. I listen to a lot of the music, and to think, you know, hip hop albums were littered with featuring. You know,
I know.
You brought on
I think that
talent.
I'm gonna give him a pass because, like, 15, and you don't know to ask the question, "Who's Feat?" Or, you know what I mean? Or you're too embarrassed because you don't want to let people know you don't know who Feat is. And rap albums do feat a lot of fucking people. Yeah. Like, almost every track that got big was so-and-so featuring somebody else. And so I guess you would just assume. And plus, like, rap producers, man. Like, I'll give big credit to the rap game for this. Hip-hop artists made producers superstars. Like, you never heard about producers until hip-hop music came out. And then it was just like, oh,
produced
shit. It was almost like the album was by the producer. The producer found talent to make an album for him. So, yeah, I don't know. The hip-hop world's a little bit different than the rest of the rock and roll industry.
Well, the producers like the band, you know?
Yeah.
You got to give them love. Yeah, and like those guys have their own styles and shit.
Well, like Rick Rubin. Like, I mean, how many artists never would have made it if it wasn't for him feating their album up for them?
I also like when you said you were too scared to talk about it. It's obviously this was the unspoken artist named Feat.
Yeah.
No one, none of your friends were like, yo, Feat is on this. Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like not a single one of your friends was like, oh, did you hear Feat's verse on fucking this? Like, ever. And they were on everything that you listened to. That's insane to me.
Feat was on that 7 times on an Eminem album. I think I heard him once.
Like, right? Like, what the fuck? Who was Feat, man? Just give me one line, one banger line that Feat had.
But what if he did say it in conversation? I'm just only okay. Like, yo, did you hear that song with Eminem, Feat, Rihanna?
Like we'd have roasted his ass, but
yeah,
still.
But if he said it,
hold on, back up. What'd you say? Feat, Rihanna?
Yeah. Eminem, Feat, Rihanna. Like,
yeah.
If you said it fast enough, like, because you were ignorant to it, and you just sounded like you owned it, like I don't think anybody would question it. Be like, oh yeah, Rihanna's on that track.
No,
like,
this would have been like a Sandlot situation where he didn't know who the Great Bambino was. Like, feet? You mean with Rihanna? No, feet Rihanna.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm picky with words. You just said that shit, and I'd have been like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Okay, I agree.
Great Bambino.
I agree, but and no offense to Wes, but like Wes is somebody that wouldn't pick up on that nuance.
Yeah,
you would, Alan.
Yeah. I would be like, "What the fuck?"
And if you did, and even if, and then somebody like me, I might pick up on it, but it might be like, I might give you the dog head, like, "What'd you just say?" But not confront you on it, because I know what it feels like to get picked on in a group situation. So I might be like, I'll wait till we're alone in the car and then I'll forget about it.
But I'm thinking
we were in a fraternity. We've been picked on plenty.
Yeah, there had to be I don't know. Okay, like a song with a Busta Rhymes album, Feet, Method Man, Ja Rule, and I'll throw out Nature or Nas or something like that. And someone says that and like, with, and then she's like, oh yeah, and feet. No, now with.
Again, correct.
Those guys. What are we talking about?
If they said it that way, though,
gotcha.
You know what I mean? And if you're too ignorant to understand like who's singing on the song on the track,
right?
You might you wouldn't know who Feet was. You just assume that they're in there somewhere. You couldn't pick them out though.
Says, right? Like that's crazy. Like they're on every track, but you can't think of one. Not a thing.
Let me listen to that again. I can't find Feet in this one.
I think I heard him say, yeah.
Yeah, and that's another point with like rap albums. Like I mean, Little John's most famous song is yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
I was like, Usher sings on it eventually, but yes, you got
Usher, Feet, and Little John.
Yeah.
Oh God! All right. As a kid, I thought, quote, best before dates on food containers were just companies bragging that they used to have the best product, but now someone else's is better.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Man, this coleslaw is the best as long as I eat it before May.
There's been 1,000 good milks, but this one's
this one. Like, there's a continuous competition every fucking month.
They always tinker with their ingredients. The recipe is always refined.
What's the governing body handing these out? What's happening here?
They must be going through my parents' cupboard because they got shit that's Best Buy 1993.
It's the best. It's the best. No, stop making it. Nobody can make it good anymore.
Yeah. Until you dig up, like, I've seen videos of people eating army rations from
MREs.
And that person's probably like, whoa. Don't open that. God, there's been a gajillion bests since then. We got two more. Like, wipe my tears away. All right, this is another banger. When I was young but old enough to know better, I thought every song on the radio was being performed live at the radio station.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
thought the last one was stupid.
God,
yeah,
like
crazy.
So, I mean, just the logistics of it's fucking. So every 2.5 minutes, another band's plugging in.
Well, like fucking every fucking once or twice every fucking like 2 to 3 hour block, you're hearing fucking Pearl Jam. They just jumped in and out. You know what I mean? Like, the feasibility
at your local radio station.
Your local radio station, yeah.
That's right. How'd they perform here? And they were in LA last night. Jeez,
yeah.
Damn.
Like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
And Feet
There's
was
so
on
many
there a good
moving
bit
parts.
too.
There's too many moving parts there. Yeah, Feet's on rock songs. Feet's on fucking like all types of shit.
Yeah,
wow.
He's everywhere. He's got a puddle jumper to take him to every.
That's right.
Every W and K station you can imagine.
Constantly though, every couple of hours. Just
let's be honest. If you're dumb enough to believe that every band is playing in studio, you don't realize there's other radio stations. So I'll give him a pass on that.
The one you listen to is broadcasted nationwide.
That's it.
That's right. Rounding out the list, it's kind of another rock and roll type thing. I thought Hall & Oates were Hauling Oates. What can I say? I was a farm girl.
That'd be a good, you know what? That would be a good cover band name for Hall & Oates songs.
I think I've definitely seen that somewhere where it's like, where they've used that name, Hall & Oates, for something. Might have been a trucking company.
Well, there was a good sitcom that lasted like 2 seasons. It was so good they didn't get picked up for a third. It was called Oates and Garfunkel.
Wow.
Was it on Comedy Central?
I think so. Hold on.
What was it?
It's called Garfunkel and Oates. Sorry.
Yeah, it was the Chicks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Huh. Okay. But now I've got this image in my head of a bluegrass band that covers Hall & Oates songs.
Hey, man. Shit. The fucking Steel Panther
kind of good.
makes tens of thousands of dollars performing sex-driven, shitty 80 rock and roll songs.
By the way, I don't know if you know, but there is a huge feud going on between John Hall and Daryl Oates.
There has been.
Oh, they're done. They're done for well past their prime in making music.
Well, they outlived Spirit, so I guess there's that. But I mean, they used to perform at the Borgata once a month in Atlantic City, and I always thought that might be a good gig to see. 1,200 people rocking and rolling in Atlantic City.
I mean, they probably should have actually.
I didn't appreciate Hall & Oates until I was well into my adult years, but they have some fucking jams, dude. Just some straight jams. I think they have the most #1 hits by any duo in rock history.
Do they?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's an actual thing.
I can see that.
And I feel like if you have your fingers on the jukebox and you have play next, there are no less than a half dozen bangers that you can throw out that could get the bar just okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ready to rock.
I remember it was Maximum Funk, like either 1 or 2. Rich girl fucking played like once every hour.
That's right.
And fucking set the place off.
God, should have been performed live. We should have
got
him.
Oh God, they should have got him. We should have got him in.
Here's one. All right, here's one. And it took me, I was probably in my teens when I realized this, that Maneater was about a woman and not a panther. Because in the video, I think there's a panther, and I was too young to understand like the sexual connotation of the song, and so I was like, "Oh, it's about a wild feral animal eating people." Like,
man,
yeah,
that's sexy. I think in that music video, the woman transforms into a panther.
Okay,
they used shitty 80 CGI to make the woman kind of go back and forth between sexual being,
like animorphs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I wasn't like it wasn't that I was completely dumb. I was just naive.
I mean, no, isn't that the same thing?
Parents didn't drink. That makes sense.
There it is.
Therapist is writing notes down, scribbling. I think one of my again, I go back to song lyrics. So, Juicy, performed by Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G.
I know, but I don't know. I don't remember which one Juicy is. Give me a lyric.
It's the one.
Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we
Thursdays. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so there's a lyric in there where it says smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. So I knew the lyric, had no clue what that meant until until the day it's like you as a teenager I could walk into a liquor store and buy a caffeinated drink, a Pepsi or something like that, and I saw a 16 ounce of private stock. I was like, okay. So he's sipping on malt liquor, but I still couldn't figure out the bamboo part. And all I could think of was that he just made a bamboo pipe because bamboo is so prevalent in Brooklyn. I mean, it grows all over the place,
everywhere.
It's native. If it's native to Brooklyn, I'm pretty sure.
and then I didn't figure that out until I was probably like 18 or 19 when I saw bamboo papers. So there you have it. I'm a dummy. All right.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable one. Like, those are just things like you don't know until you know them. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the other ones, some of the other ones are just like common sense dumb shit. Like,
I'm gonna blow your mind. It's actually very Shakespearean because I can remember taking Shakespeare classes and like you would have to like read the literature itself and then you'd be like, well, back in 16th century Great Britain, this was referred to as this. And so there's no way for you to decipher it unless you know, and you thankfully weren't a complete hooligan and you didn't fucking know. So I give you a pass.
Yeah. But, I mean, dope lyric, though. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock.
it is.
Shit,
Yeah.
I might do that tomorrow.
That's a solid idea, actually.
I might stoop it up tomorrow. All right.
Private
We are going to
stock.
take a quick break. We'll be back with Fun Fact Friday. And tonight's Before You Go has to do with coked up salmon. That's right. Coked up salmon. We'll be right back.
It's a case of very little brain going bad.
Go pump some neurons. Expand your craniums.
And now, Fun Fact Friday.
All right, folks, time to expand your minds. It's officially time for Fun Fact Friday, brought to you, of course, by our very many sponsors. I'm really surprised that we haven't gotten more traction on the Flat Earth Science Advocates for Truth. You can find them on Facebook, along with our other sponsor, the Shin Splints Recovery Group. Got a little pain below the knee and above the ankle. Shin Splints Recovery is for you. And, of course, our, I think, our best sponsor of all time, the Cuckster. You can find the Cuckster on both TikTok and Instagram. That's Cuckster for Life. Cuckster for Life. I saw that the Cuckster's working on a, I don't know, like a logo of sorts. Really trying to brand himself out a little bit.
Cuckster discovered AI. Stumbled upon.
Jesus Christ. He uses Claude too, doesn't he? Fucking something weird that doesn't even use anything mainstream.
Santa Claus, probably.
Yeah.
But if you want to see what the Cuckster's been up to, check him out on both TikTok and Instagram. Yes.
Pause. I got a question. What's that? Have you seen any proofs of the logos?
Yeah,
Did
no,
you
they're
test
good.
any-
They're solid. They're actually very professional. You know, no like cum blotches or anything like that. Just
Okay, yeah.
Which, by the way, let's throw that into the fray. Maybe a little splotch here and there.
I mean, you might want to. I was gonna say, or at least the lettering looking like dripping. You know what I mean? But more importantly, I think it should just be the Cuckster in a chair, facing away, staring off into the distance. It's metaphorical. You know what I mean? Like,
there might be room for something like that. Okay,
A silhouette.
Yeah, a little silhouette
yeah,
of like
it could be a silhouette. Yeah.
sad man in a rocking chair. That'd be
Yeah, but the vista's got to be like, it can't be blank. It's got to be something like scenic. You know what I mean? It's representative of the beauty of two human bodies entwined in front of the Cuckster. You know what I mean? You got to think about it that way.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe something that might be a little too complicated, but definitely like a lonely man leaning on his knees, elbows to knees, just staring off into the nothingness.
Like, I think if I'm giving you like a theme, or like a hint, a way to theme this around is like, you ever seen that Macho Man fucking picture where he's in jeans and like a bandana sitting on a fucking like pier looking out on that's the motif that I'm thinking.
We got a very similar some acid wash jeans.
Look at those white caps, yeah. Oh god.
Those white caps, yeah.
Well, speaking of themes,
Anyway.
let's get to it. Your Fun Fact Friday, and this week's Fun Facts Friday's theme is political meltdowns. I don't know if you guys have seen, actually, Al and I were talking about this pre-show. Spencer Pratt was officially in his first L.A. mayoral debate last night, seemingly knocked it out of the park. It was, it's interesting when I say normal, but normal for politics. Like, a man on fire, a man on a mission just gets in front of, like, politicians and just starts spitting facts that they can't dispute. It's kind of amazing to watch. But I used Grok to find the biggest political meltdowns of the modern era. So we'll start out with number one. Did you know Gary Hart's 1987 presidential bid imploded with "Follow me, I'll be boring." The Democratic frontrunner dared reporters to tail him after they doubted his fidelity amid womanizing rumors. They did, and they called him with model Donna Rice on the yacht Monkey Business. Photos of her in his lap sealed it. He dropped out days later. The campaign sank faster than the yacht's reputation.
Damn. Wait. I think
Crazy.
the key point of that is the yacht named Monkey Business.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that was really the takeaway that I heard.
Yeah. And then, I mean, if you want to think who do we got in this? Michael Dukakis? All right. Sounds good.
Oh, that's boring. That's what that is.
Oh, man. I don't remember. I remember the 1988 presidential race, but I guess it's funny when you're thinking about what you do and don't remember. I obviously, at that point, I wasn't tuning into the Democratic race. I probably was more, Hulkster.
You're right.
Yeah. Some people.
Sure. Yeah, 100%.
So that was in the front. That and G.I. Joe was in the frontal lobe of my mind. But no, Gary Hart. And then was she at least cute?
I don't know. The name sounds familiar though. Donna Rice. It strikes me as familiar, but I don't remember it. And there was no 24-hour news cycle at that time. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But no. But then to think that, but you didn't really have to follow it because, like, what was it? It was H.W. Bush. He was already basically the nominee on the other side. So the only part of that race to watch was the Democrat side of it.
Okay, I can see why. You did this.
Yeah, it's 1988. That was.
Yeah, I can.
Well, share it up. Share it up. Let the crowd.
Alan,
see.
you taking the reins, or am I doing this?
Oh, I was on my phone. My bad. Do you have one? I can look one up. I can look one up real quick. Her hair is feathered and lethal. Yeah, there it is.
This one in
Oh,
particular.
That's the one. Oh, I didn't even see that one. I mean,
Oh, dude,
yeah.
and
wait, is that his wife down here? Second to right. Go all
one?
the way to the end.
Oh,
Is that the wife?
Yeah.
I
Look at that
mean,
schnoz.
no offense, but
in today's era, Gary Hart would win the presidential election.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Look at
we were proper country once, or are we a proper country now? I don't know. Who knows?
Nobody knows.
I don't think we know.
Did you know Jack Ryan's 2004 Illinois Senate campaign was destroyed by some sex club pleasure? The wealthy Republican candidate, the ex-husband of Star Trek actress Jerry Ryan, saw his campaign collapse when divorce records revealed allegations that he pressured her, Jerry Ryan, to have sex in public clubs while others watched. Sounds like something the Cuckster would do on his campaign trail. The salacious details dominated headlines. He withdrew, and Barack Obama cruised on to victory.
Damn, and history unfolded. This was for a Senate seat?
Yeah.
Holy moly. Damn.
Kind of
Keep his
crazy.
nose out of strip clubs. This is what, okay.
Swingers.
If you're a senator, my guess is you're moderately wealthy. Bring the strip club to you.
Yeah. Well, again, he liked to watch.
It's not a strip club though. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, it's a swingers club. It's a different thing.
Yeah. He liked to what? Watch his lady get pounded. Yeah,
Yes.
He liked the cuck. He liked to be a cuck.
Okay.
He liked to get cucked.
And I don't judge anyone for that. To each their own. Doesn't mean you
But-
can't govern.
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
But in the world of politics,
Yeah. You can't govern.
yeah, that's a problem. But no, think about that though. An unknown black man from Illinois is running against a known politician. This known politician gets caught up in this scandal. Barack Obama is the other guy, ends up winning, ends up on the national stage, ends up president. If Jack Ryan didn't pimp his wife out, we may be singing different tunes. Because then Obama never becomes president. He never insults Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
He might run in 2012.
If you knew who he was, but if he'd still have to win a political office.
Yeah, I gotcha. I kind of feel like he was destined. That's just me. He had the swagger. Yes, we can.
How religious was this Jack Ryan or whatever the fuck his name was?
Well, he was a 2004 Republican candidate, so I imagine he at least waxed religious.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah,
he didn't wax off religious. Yeah. I'll tell you that.
It's a wholesome family man, you know.
In 2004. I know it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. We were still very black and white with things, you know, like.
Yeah.
I love the evangelicals. Look at me. I have an R on my chest. You know, like that's how that went.
Oh, it still kind of is that way, except just the evangelicals have been like, yeah, we want fucking Armageddon, baby. Let's fucking go. They've always kind of been that way, but it's been packaged sweeter.
Yes.
You know? Now it's a bunch of bearded white guys with those fucking haircuts that the Lumineers have, you know what I mean? In fucking 3-piece suits, fucking high waters, and fucking just being like, you know what? Women need to get in the kitchen and stop voting. Let's fucking blow this place up. Let's meet Jesus. Fucking here, let's do it.
That's a dangerous man. Let's meet Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you know? Wilbur Mills and Fanny Fox. I don't know what that means, but this is from 1974. The powerful House Ways and Means chairman was found drunk in a car with a stripper named Fanny Fox, the Argentine firecracker, at D.C.'s Tidal Basin. She tried to flee into the water. Mills stayed in office initially, but the scandal escalated when he showed up drunk at one of her performances. He lost his powerful chairmanship. And retired soon after. Politics meets burlesque.
There's a couple things I want to dissect into this. One, I like the fact that it's an Argentinian woman named Fanny Fox. That's great. Yeah. She adopts a Protestant name.
Oh, yeah, you mean a German name in Argentina? Oh.
Yeah. And then she said she tried to flee into the water, presumably the Potomac. I'd like to know the time frame of this, because if it's anywhere not summer, that shit is ice cold.
It was also like 75. It was probably even grosser than it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Potomac in 1974. Yeah. I'm assuming she didn't have a tetanus shot or anything that was up to date or Best Buy.
I'm pretty sure we were still dumping like raw sewage into fucking riverways back then, you know?
Look at Fanny Fox, wee!
Raw sewage and fucking like blue jeans dye just coming out fucking purple and full of hepatitis.
Yeah.
Oof. That's poor guy. And he was running for what?
He was just the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee.
He was at one point rumored to be under consideration for an appointment to the Supreme Court.
Huh.
He was a presidential candidate in 72 as well.
Wow.
Okay.
And then he's done by 74. Shocking. Now, us being the age that we are, we're all aware of this, but it's worth mentioning. Did you know Anthony Weiner's multiple implosions started in 2011? The New York congressman and mayoral hopeful repeatedly torpedoed his own career by sexting scandals. First tweeting a bulge photo, quote, by accident, then continuing even after resigning. His name alone, of course, made all the punchlines in the headlines, and multiple comeback attempts failed spectacularly.
And you know he had a tough time in middle school with a name like that.
Yeah.
That was
you got to think twice a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, I will give him credit. Seemingly had a decent hog. Was in very good shape. He's kind of a skinny dude.
That's fair.
An ultimate asshole. Just even today he does like podcasts every now and again, and it just can't get out of his own fucking way. He says a lot of like, I don't know, he makes a lot of good points in a very dickish way. I disagree with him on a lot of them, but man,
yeah,
there's a disconnect when you do that shit though.
This is like the theme of this is that if you can hide your pervertedness, you can maintain political seat, right, wherever that may be, state level, but whatever Anthony Weiner was running for, or senator. And it just goes to show that they can't help themselves.
No, they can't. But I also think they get into those positions because of the sexual perversion. I think because of he was married to Uma Abedin, who was Hillary Clinton's right-hand chick, who of course is the former first lady / senator / secretary of state / Bill Clinton's wife.
She hadn't used her right hand in years, by the way. Only to sign things.
But my point is, Epstein, this, that, blah, blah, blah. A lot of sexual perversion, in those circles of just those people I just mentioned. And then there's this guy. So how did they meet? How did they get comfortable and close to each other? Probably through this exact method.
A perverse web.
Yes. A perverse web of deceit. That's our documentary name, by the way. And finally, Larry Craig. Did you know the Idaho Republican senator was arrested for soliciting sex from an undercover cop in an airport restroom via the infamous wide stance defense? His foot allegedly touched the officers while denying any intent. He pleaded guilty, then tried to withdraw it. The scandal ended any of his higher ambitions, and of course there was late night comedy gold. Apparently this is when we all learned that there's a toe tapping Morse code gay sex signal in public restrooms, and Larry Craig let us all in on the secret. So for that, Larry, we thank you.
And this was an Idaho bathroom? Idaho?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alan, you were like, why would you fly to Tallahassee? Why would you fly to Boise, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. That's fair.
Hole's a hole, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Republican strongholds, just pointing that out.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
A lot of R's on this list is all I'm saying.
No, and you're not wrong, believe me.
Except for Wiener, but, Wiener, come on. Come on. That was happening either way.
I just love that he pleaded guilty and then retracted it and then went with the quote, what they're quoting as the wide stance defense.
What the fuck?
Wide stance.
So he admitted to doing this toe tapping thing for gay sex. And then when he realized that was a bad idea, he withdrew it and then claimed that he just sat really wide while taking a shit. Because I know I like my knees touching the sides of the stalls when I'm taking a dump.
Right. I can only concentrate and take a dump when my feet are 4 feet apart and I tap in some sort of weird cadence.
Yeah. But
I have jazz feet when I poop.
But okay, as far as the undercover officer is concerned.
Wild.
Does your captain hate you? What am I doing? You're headed down to the Boise airport. Why? I heard there's a gay sex ring down there. How will I know? Someone's going to tap your foot from the next stall over. What?
You need to fake take a dump and have someone tap your feet.
Will they know what I look like? No.
That is pretty. Man. The evidence on that is pretty whack, though. I mean,
what do you think the Boise, Idaho Vice Squad looks like?
Yeah. The village people. That's all I can do.
You ruined a perfectly good night for a sting operation at the Boise airport. God, I was down at JoJo's Swingers.
But how notorious is the Boise airport circa fucking 2007 that they posted a cop in there?
Apparently pretty fucking popular.
Yeah. It's rumor has it that his flip phone went off with two of the village people.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the stall. Sorry, I need my prostate checked. And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Nice. All right. Tonight on Before You Go, we talk about coked up salmon. That's right, the fish that you all love and enjoy to eat on stimulants. According to CBS News, a group of scientists from Australia's Griffith University And the Swedish University of Agriculture and Science studied how cocaine affected salmon and their swimming habits. And the results were probably exactly as you would predict. The fish that took multiple bumps swam nearly 2 times farther per week and swam almost 8 times more miles an hour than those who weren't exposed to the drugs. And this is from the article. I'm pretty sure I went to high school with a guy who gave goldfish cocaine. You could have just talked to that guy and saved yourself a lot of money. There's a private school in South Florida, and the drugs were a lot more bougie. So we haven't cured cancer yet, but we figured out that fish can swim longer when their rivers are turned into a Motley Crue concert bathroom from 1988. Sorry, sick. So the next time some loser tells me to trust the science, I'm going to bring up the fact that scientists from not one but 2 countries needed to confirm that fish get more work done when on cocaine. Wow. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are a bunch of university students wanted to get fucking yacked up and have a good fucking time and somehow got Uncle Sam to pay for a bunch of cocaine that was pure and fentanyl free to go out for a few weekends to get fucking jazzed the fuck up and feed a little to the fish in the meantime.
That's right. A little for me, little for the fish. A little for me, little for the fish. And by a little, it's, yeah, I guess, yeah, man. I mean, what's the end game here? Are salmon, are they struggling that much to where they need to figure out how they can get them upstream more? Are the grizzly bears just gluttonous?
I think salmon did take a hit back in the day. Not that long ago, but yeah, I don't know. Also, just fuck it, I guess. That's one of those that's one of those occasions
Let's
where
give coke to salmon. Fuck it.
That's one of those occasions where the marine biology department, right before fiscal ended, was like, fuck, we have $100,000 we got to burn through, guys. And I don't know. What do we got?
Do you know
what do we got?
Coke,
Anybody got ideas? Well, we got these salmon. We don't got nothing to do with them. What should we do? Feed them Coke? I got a Coke guy. We can write that off. This is an educational thing. Fucking bam, done. Easy peasy. That's how that shit happens. They're just like, oh, fuck, we didn't use it on our important research. We forgot. We were supposed to buy chairs. All right, here's an idea. Yeah. Let's do this.
Now, is there any, because I know when you do science, you're supposed to have an independent auditor come in to, check your science. Anybody check these salmon for coke? My point is, did they give any cocaine to salmon? Because all of these, no one is disputing the facts in this case, right? Even us as dumb fucks sitting behind microphones on a fucking Thursday night saying, yep, cocaine makes salmon swim faster and further. Yeah, no shit.
Well, I haven't seen any studies. Let's look one up real quick. But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, in the study, there's probably a very in-depth breakdown of how much cocaine was given to them and when and what they did after. Because that's usually how these research papers work. Whether the general public likes to believe that people do anything or not, that's how that happens. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably did.
Sure, but I'm also sure that Timmy Typey Fingers, who's high on cocaine, by the way, can pump you out a fucking very detailed article on their findings in about 15 to 25 minutes.
That's reasonable. That's why somebody else also does it. To see if this is how science works. You publish those results, and then somebody else in Sweden is like, we have different salmon. Should we try ours? Let's try ours. And then that's how science works. And then look at that. So all the salmon in the world swim fast on cocaine.
And that's where Phineas Fastfingers comes in, and he gets involved in the cocaine party himself. I just think they all ordered cocaine and made up a salmon story.
I'm not saying that they didn't do cocaine too. I'm just saying that they also gave cocaine to the salmon, most likely.
I'm saying most likely. I'm saying they didn't give any cocaine to the salmon. That they made up a salmon science story so they could all do more cocaine.
That's probably reasonable, but why use all of it? I'm still a man of science. I'm also, I'm not against, I don't anymore, but I was once a fan, and I'm saying I would also if I was in the lab, I would be like, all right, let's hit this fucking salmon up real quick. Let's check this shit out. Like eventually I'm going to get to yacked out enough to where I'm like, well, let's get this salmon show on the road. Let's fucking check this out.
That's my point. I feel like the salmon came after the start of the Coke party.
Listen, you're throwing a lot of stipulations. Did you want them to test the cocaine on the salmon or not?
No, you're right. I think that here's what I think happened.
I just want to see a salmon snort Coke. To be honest with you, that's what
I think they just. Do you think they just like grab it out, like face up, like mouth up, and just sprinkle some, like a salt shaker, or like a Johnson & Johnson's baby powder,
like you're feeding the goldfish, man. You just start sprinkling it in. Yeah,
the salmon went upstream and then turned around and came back. It's like, wait a minute. Could be. Go back to the guy.
Fuck them eggs.
That's right. Found new meaning in life. All right. That is tonight's Before You Go. We also want to bid a farewell to, I guess, one of our favorite moguls, celebrities. Highlight here on the middle class holes, Ted Turner, who passed away this past week. Murr, you had a great, and we're going to play this at the end of the podcast, circa 2020, fucking 6 years ago, where you gave us the rundown on Ted Turner, an America's Cup champion, a media mogul who gave up 24/7 news, owner of the Braves, owner of the Atlanta Hawks. I actually found this out. He hired one of the first black or African American general managers for the Atlanta Braves, and of course, as we know, the WCW fucking thing. We're gonna play this, but Murr, I'll defer to you. I will. You have the stage.
I've got nothing to add. I just think that Ted Turner was he was what I would want all billionaires to be. Like, fuck it, throw money at it and see what happens. My favorite Ted Turner story of all time is Turner Classic Movies. One of his many television stations. He's lying in bed. He didn't like the movie he was on. He called the fucking booth and was like, put something else on. And they just fucking stopped it mid fucking stream. He came back from commercial break, and it was what old Teddy wanted to watch. That's how billionaires should spend their money. Quit trying to run the world. Just run the shit you own and run it well. The WCW thing, my God, like, want to be Vince McMahon? Throw $1 billion. That's your fucking product.
He wasn't Vince McMahon, and I kind of wish he would have been a little more Vince McMahon-y.
Yeah,
you know,
like gotten
he was
involved.
Never on television. He was never. Yeah, he was always just like billionaire Ted. And I think Eric Bischoff had the leisure to be able to run it within the realms of the way he wanted to do with the money that he needed in order to compete with the WWF, then F, now E. But I would have loved it because they kept saying billionaire Ted. Like, bring him out, get him out there.
Also, married, banged, had his way with prime Jane Fonda, America's Cup. Dude lived a life, man, and God bless Ted Turner.
Yeah. So we will leave you with our 2020 segment about the life and times of Ted Turner, R.I.P. Folks, we're going to sign off. We'll see you. Actually, next week's going to be a little bit of an abbreviated show. Don't want to get into too much detail, but otherwise, enjoy the Middle Class Holes. You can find us on all your social media platforms at The Middle Class Holes, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Fap House. We're on Fap House now. We leave comments. We leave comments on deep throat porn. Check us out. Exclusively though. Nothing. If it's got vaginal or anal penetration, we're not into it.
Yeah, we're classy.
Just sloppy deep throat porn. Find us the Middle Class Holes Fap House. Coming at you.
With a U. Were you aware that Ted Turner was such a bad motherfucker? Politics aside, were you guys aware of how amazing a human being the thriving Ted Turner really is? I didn't know about the America's Cup. Were you guys aware of that?
Oh, wait.
Sailing thing?
So I just want to point out that he asked us a question and then started answering. He didn't want to know if we knew that he was a bad motherfucker. If we
actually knew, yep.
He just wanted to like, oh, let me tell you about this. All right, go ahead. The America's Cup. That is the sailboat race. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the sailboat race.
Right.
Were you aware that Ted Turner was basically tapped on the shoulder and like begged by the United States of America to go out and lead his yacht courageous to victory over the fucking Australians to win our fucking cup back? Were you guys aware of that little factoid? Nope.
No, what year?
1977.
Damn. Grayson,
Yeah.
he's no spring chicken, and even then he was probably in his early 40s.
Yes. Yeah, and he was like a chiseled bad motherfucker with the mustache, with the gap tooth, with the cigar. Apparently when they won it and they got back on shore, the reporter's trying to get the microphone in his face, and some chicks out there like, "Hey, Ted." He's like, "Hey, show us your tits."
He said that, huh?
Okay, yeah. So not only that, so Ted Turner wins America's Cup. Also, a few short years later, 4 years later, he's the founder of CNN. Of course, he created the Turner Broadcasting Network. He's also the co-founder of the Nuclear Threat Initiative. I haven't even clicked that one yet. He's the former owner of the Atlanta Hawks, the former owner of the Atlanta Braves, the former owner of World Championship Wrestling, and the co-creator of Captain Planet. And I was not aware of a lot of these facts.
I knew all of those except for the Captain Planet one.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
And I know he owns a plot of land in Texas that's bigger or half the size of the state of Rhode Island. I think I've heard that somewhere. The square mileage of it is about half the size of one of the states in the union.
Well, he also wrote a check for $1 billion to the United Nations because they were running out of money, and he was just like, "Fuck it, I got $1 billion. I got two. Here's one." And he also married Jane Fonda in her prime. Like, why has there not been a movie made about this man? Again, politics aside, I don't care where you stand politically. That's a resume worth man worship right there.
Well, I think I can answer why there hasn't been a movie made, because it would probably premiere on TBS and take 6 hours. That might be the start of it. But I didn't know that guy. Like, I just thought he had a lot of money and he was a bit of a tycoon. I didn't. It wouldn't shock me that he had some sort of aristocratic sailing background, but to jump on an America's Cup ship and lead the Stars and Stripes, which was a boat in the late 80s and early 90s in the America's Cup, to victory over our brethren from down under. No, I wasn't aware of that.
But I will say the most amazing story about Ted Turner, maybe this is more insight into the actual mind of the man. I was listening to a podcast and Chris Pratt was on. And apparently Chris Pratt, I don't know, like worked for Ted Turner in some capacity at one point in his young acting career. And he was with Ted Turner at Ted Turner's house, and Ted Turner had Turner Movie Classics on. And I can remember this phenomenon happening with Turner Movie Classics, that a movie would just stop and another one would start randomly. That is because Ted Turner was bored with the current movie that was on Turner Movie Classics and decided he just wanted to watch something else. And so they turned it. End of story.
Damn.
That's boring. Put something else on. Watch Fire of Aliens.
Well, sometimes I may need a hand when I'm just too drunk to stand. I don't need your sympathy, keep your judgment too. 'Cause you just give it a little pull, and my dick's strong like bull, ready to satisfy my woman whole night through. I get drunk most every day. Everyone knows Scooter is a gay. Might be on his fuck, I'm still riding like a pup. I fell down, but my dick's still up. I fell down, but my dick's still up. I fell down, but my dick's still